I am joined today by Simon Lloyd, who's on the journey to becoming a financial planner. So thanks so much for joining me.
Thanks very much.
So we'll jump right in. So what made you decide to join the profession, Simon?
Classic midlife crisis.
Well, that's honest.
So I was turned 50 and thought, right, okay, there's got to be something else to do. I've been self-employed and I'm a wine merchant,
All
which a lot
right.
of people say is the dream job. But I, I've done it for 30 years, and
Yeah.
I think, well, I'm looking at the next 20 years of my working life. Stretch my brain a bit. I've always been interested in finance. I've always managed my own finances, my business's finances,
Yeah.
and this looks like fun.
Yeah. And so what qualification route did you just decide to pursue, and why did you choose that particular one?
Right. Well, I had no idea because I've never used a financial advisor,
You don't know
ironically.
what you don't know, do you?
'Cause I don't- So I reached out and I found the profession quite welcoming. I literally emailed a few different, I live in Edinburgh. I
Yeah.
emailed a few local financial advisors. I met up with one for a coffee, had a wee chat, very kind of him. And they were all pointing me, well, they were pointing me to two routes, either the academy route or going through CII exams in another way. So
Yeah.
I'm with the CII,
Yeah.
and that was because a firm, managing director for a firm, said this is what my staff do. You might want to check them out.
Yeah, well, that's good. That sort of networking. It's nice that you
Yeah,
found the industry supportive. So, how are you finding the qualifications so far?
I'm really loving it. I'm not. I've had to do a few exams since leaving university, but not many. I've done lots of wine exams in my time, but they were mostly historic. And then
Yeah,
I half did something called the Master of Wine, which is kind of the qualification of qualifications in the wine trade, but it's really intensive and pretty difficult to do that while you've got a family and a business to run. So I
for
stopped
sure.
that.
Yeah,
But this is manageable, and it's supposedly 2 years of my life, but I'm trying to do it in 1 year. So I'm pushing through them.
right, right. So, I was going to say, how long do you expect it to take?
Yeah, yeah.
But you've sort of said so, and so that's commitment. Then are
It
you sort of
is. It is. It
studying
requires a bit of
evenings,
discipline.
weekends, and
Yeah. I mean, I'm lucky because I'm flexible. I'm self-employed, but still, I have a life and a family to look after. So
yeah, it's a
yeah,
balance.
but I kind of think I don't want it to take 2 years because, well,
Yeah,
my age, I suppose, really, and
yeah.
I'm enjoying them. So I've done three of the six so far. Next one is in 2 weeks, and
Well,
then
good
assuming I pass that,
luck.
thank you. It'll be another 6 weeks before I do the fifth one, and then I'm giving myself 3 months for the big one, the number six.
Brilliant. So, what advice would you give to others that are maybe thinking of making that same sort of career change?
Uh, if you want to do it, go for it. You need discipline because this is all self-study. I mean, that's the thing. I don't work
Yeah,
in financial services, and there are one or two people on my course in my sort of cohort with the Ver Foundation who are working in financial services already, but they've got jobs, and it's not necessarily any easier for them. So I think commitment and discipline, and you really have to want to do it because if you don't put the hours in, no one's going to do that for you.
yeah. And how have you found it in terms of sort of learning styles? I mean, I think people have different learning styles, don't they? Is it finding the right kind of style for you?
It's really weird for me. I've got an academic background. I did a history degree, and I did A levels a long time ago.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird. Like, everyone, what learning styles? No one ever talked about learning styles when I was learning. So
Yeah. There was one way, wasn't there? You got
yeah, that's
textbook.
right. Yeah, you read the textbook, you read it again, took some notes, maybe went to a lecture, and then you wrote an
Yeah.
essay. So I don't know. Like I think I'm just I'm reading and reading, rereading. I'm probably doing it all wrong, to be honest, but it sort of works for me. I probably
That's
have
you.
no good advice because I do a lot of practice questions. I find I do that. I have some practice
Yeah.
questions, but yeah, it's for me. It's as I say, my academic background is history, which is you get at university. I remember being given a list of 20 books. Go and read these 20 books. Write an
Yeah.
essay on this topic. Come back and see me in a week.
Yeah. So
That's
that
my
textbook
education.
style feels familiar
Yeah,
then, I suppose, for you,
yeah,
doesn't it?
yeah.
And so,
So
what are your plans for the future? And obviously, you talk about you've got your exams, and then what's after that?
I really want to go and work in a good firm, which shows good practice, or what
Yeah.
I would deem to be good practice or best practice. And
Yeah.
beyond that, I have, uh, you know, in 10 years' time, I might have my own firm with 20 staff, or in 10 years' time, I might be still working for someone else. I'm really, really open to
Yeah,
either route.
lots of flexibility, isn't there, out
Yeah,
there,
I
I
think so.
think?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
used to being self-employed, but equally, uh, I used to employ a lot of people, and I'm quite looking forward to being employed by someone if someone will have me.
Someone else to make some of the big
Yeah,
decisions.
exactly. Yeah, I can look after the VAT return and all the
Yeah,
rest.
you can focus on your clients then, can't you?
Yeah,
So
I think that also for me that'd be really important because I've
yeah,
got a lot to learn. You know, it's all very well. These exams, I don't I don't view myself as qualified once I've passed all these exams. This is the beginning of a
yeah,
journey. So if I ever did become self-employed, it's years down the line, not months
yeah.
down the line.
It's the same with a lot of jobs, isn't it? You learn a lot once you actually start the job. So
Absolutely. You know, you'll learn much more on the job than all the theory. Anyone
yeah.
can pass exams, but the actual
No,
doing is
don't
the hard one.
underestimate that. I mean, I think, they are technical
Well,
exams, aren't they? But
no, indeed, but you know, like you put the hours in, you should be able to
of
pass the
course,
exam.
of
But
course.
the actual doing the job is much harder.
I'd imagine though a lot of your transferable skills would come through because there's a lot of, in the roles that you've done previously, dealing with
Yeah.
people
I
and
mean, we
business
deal with
skills.
clients all the time. It's
Yeah,
a customer focused basis and business. And when I spoke to Haley at the Verve Foundation about coming on board with them, sort of try to emphasize those skills because I think that's the foundation of all good financial advice, and it's all customer
yeah,
service. The rest of it you
absolutely.
can learn. But
Yeah,
yes, my job
yeah,
is looking after people, and still is. My job is looking after people. We have customers all over the UK, and we look after restaurants, wine lists all over the UK.
yeah.
And in my previous life, I used to employ 20, 30 staff at any one time, looking after them, and when I ran restaurants and things. So I think these are all transferable skills anyway.
Absolutely. And at least your clients can be sure they get a nice bottle of wine at Christmas.
They'll get good presents. Exactly.
Oh, that's been absolutely brilliant. That's been really interesting to hear your views. And thanks so much for taking the time to speak to us at the New Talent Alliance.